Success is not easy. You have to pay the price for success, and you have to fail. Fail and fight back. Do not surrender to your fears. Do not be afraid to take risks. Wait for your turn. Give your 100%. Be patient and wait. Janvi Mehta's ride from being a food technologist to multiple restaurant owner has been a wonderful one and a difficult one at the same time. She wanted to be a part of corporate America, instead chose her family's restaurant business, Dimple's Bombay Talk, and gave it a new vision. Janvi owes her success to her supportive family. Let's see how she balances her work life and family life on this episode of Reflections.
My daughter-in-law, she is just like my daughter. Her background by education is food technology.
This is very important.
That's why interested to our business.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as she came to my home, she has taken over everything very easily and with smile.
Dimple's Bombay Talk is so popular within the tri-state area. Tell us a little bit about the journey.
Bombay Talk actually derived from Dimple, and that's why the name is actually Dimple's Bombay Talk. Dimple was started by my in-laws, especially my father-in-law, back in Mumbai. That time it was first letter of all the brother and sister.
Me and my older brother, we started restaurants. And that time हम लोग डिसाइड करते थे क्या नाम रखने का. तो my younger brother, मेरा छोटा भाई ने सजेस्ट किया कि सब भाई बहन का नाम अंदर डालते हैं. तो दिलीप, दिनेश, दिव्या, D-I, M for Meera and our last name Mehta, P for Pragna and L for my passed away sister Lina. So DIMPLE, and we started Dimple Restaurants opposite Don Bosco School near Khalsa College in Matunga.
It was very successful for them. It was very lucky, turned out very lucky. Everybody was very attached, the entire family, to the restaurant. And then they moved to USA. When they moved here, after a little bit of struggle in the beginning, they started Dimple Fast Food here. And it was a very small joint, a very small mom and pop restaurant, but that became very famous itself. I came in the picture in 1999 when I got married. After a week, I don't know what I was thinking, and I just told them that why don't I just do something better in what we have rather than studying and then going to an industry and then starting something from the scratch. I was 21, very young, and didn't actually knew what I'm getting into. And not that it was a bad decision, but it was difficult, very difficult than what I thought. But then when I started getting hang of it, that's where we decided to make one more restaurant which will have my menu, which will have the items that I like it, which is a little different than what they started with. And that's where Bombay Talk came in picture.
How is your daughter-in-law carrying forward your legacy?
जब भी वो शादी करके आई और डिम्पल में आने लगी तो मैंने देखा कि वो भी फूड बिजनेस में इंटरेस्टेड है, तो फिर उसने भी मेरे साथ ज्वाइन कर लिया और धीरे धीरे मैं आउट होती गई और वो उसने कैरी ऑन किया फिर.
Tell us how hard Janvi has worked to make Dimple's Bombay Talk the talk of the town.
She has a very good passion and she always work hard. She has a good public relations and she works with smile and she work with the people.
जब भी कुछ नया करती थी तो मुझे बताती थी और बाद में हम लोग दोनों मिलके सब फूड देख लेते थे और फिर जो अच्छा लगा वो इंट्रोड्यूस कर लेते थे.
Quitting, yes, a few times. Where it was my beginning when I started learning in Dimple. When I joined, you have people sitting in front of you and you have to give out those orders and you have to put the orders right, and then the complaints and listening to people and taking care, and the waiting hits you and the weather hits. So yes, there were times in the beginning that at the end of the day I was done. I walked out of the kitchen and I told my husband, I'm like, I can't do this. I know I made that decision, nobody pushed me into it, that I can't do this. But then I think as I mentioned before, beginning I think my husband was my big driving force for it, And he always used to say, it's you, baby, it's you. It's you. You can do it.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I think first I'm workaholic, and everybody tells me, and I do agree with that. So that's first. Then I'm workaholic, and I'm a perfectionist. I see things in detail. I want things in detail. I picture something and I want it that way done. 3 words you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the third would be psychotic, because I think my husband calls me psychotic.
What are your hobbies and passions in life other than work?
Besides work, I hardly get time to do anything else. But whenever I do get chance, I like listening to music.
And what's your favorite song?
There are a lot of them. I enjoy music regardless of what music it is. But I think Asha Bhosle is my favorite singer. Lag Ja Gale is probably one of my favorite songs.
What is your success mantra?
Success mantra. I'm not sure if I should call it as a mantra, but I can say what worked for me. I think success is everybody has their different perspective towards success, and to me, I think if you can be successful in your work and try to balance your personal life and your family life, and if you have a good balance in that where you're happy about, put your 100% into what you're doing, and then be patient. Wait for your turn, and success will be there. You will get success. I think that's the best successful mantra I can have.
Tell us the 3 most important things in your life that you can't live without.
Things that I cannot live without. Actually, I don't even need 3. I just need 1. I just need a good tea, good Indian chai in the morning to kick my day, and then I'm done.
And what do you value most in your life?
My family, my kids, my husband, my family. I don't think I can live without them.
Who or what is your inspiration?
What inspires me the most is after going through the entire day where there are so many things happening, you meet so many clients, and so many problems come on your way, and by end of the day, when you have 50-60 people who come and tell you that, oh, we love your food, or oh, you made our event, or the catering came out to be so good, where the bride and groom's parents will come and thank you personally, I think that's what keeps me going.
Tell me about your most memorable moment.
Most memorable moment, I think becoming a mother for the first time, probably I would rate it as the most memorable moment. Childhood, I mean, I've a lot of memories, but I think that something that always is in back of my mind is stealing biscuit from my elder brother.
What's your favorite movie?
Sholay.
Favorite dialogue from Sholay?
Basanti is my favorite character in the movie, and all her dialogues are one of my favorite dialogues. But the one that I like most is when every time she talks a lot and then she says, यूं तो मुझे ज़्यादा बोलने की आदत तो है नहीं. So I just find that very cute. I think she talks a lot, and she's like that matches my personality, because I talk a lot and I still tell my friends and my family that I don't talk that much. So
But something a little playful like you.
yes, I am a good actor, yes. Yeah, I'm a good drama artist.
And your favorite food?
Definitely no Indian, because I see it so much, I smell it so much, I don't feel like eating. And then my choice usually leans towards Mexican.
Are you a good cook?
I'm not actually, no. I know that's another surprise. I'm a very good critic. If you give me something without tasting, by smelling, by looking, I can tell you what's wrong with the food, but I'm not a good cook. I hardly cook.
What do you cook?
I make very good chai. That's the best thing in the morning that I can make. I can do a nice modern avocado toast and very, very healthy quinoa salad, couple of traditional things, sabudana khichdi. I was very interested always in food, in terms of what does this particular food has, what is the science behind it. And that's why everybody pushed me to learn more about food science and technology, which had from microbiology to what goes in there, to what chemicals it is there, what reacts with what. But when you're doing that, you're either working in some kind of a flight kitchen or an industry, or somewhere in a big kitchen where there is too much production of the food. That's where you have to learn and test the food. So I've always been around food, where they're cooking the food in large or small numbers, small batches, large batches. Yes, but never thought that I will be in the retail food where they're making individual. Created a lot of dishes here from the beginning, but jungly jumbo sandwich, what I want you to try today or to see today, and tokri chaat, that's one of our dishes that we created. And then there are a lot of other dishes. We were in New York Times 15 years back for the jungly jumbo sandwich.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Of course, Bombay.
And when you're here, what's your favorite thing to eat?
To eat, I personally like chole bhature, but today I want you to try something else. So that's a tokri chaat,
Wonderful.
and sure, please try. And this is a basket which is made of potatoes. The entire basket is handmade, and it's edible, so you can eat that basket.
Wonderful.
And then it's filled with all different kind of lentils and different sauces and yogurt, and then it serves with a fresh pomegranate.
Yeah, I noticed. This makes it really colorful, very pretty. I can't wait to dive in. How do you balance with the newer generation? What do you think that you're doing differently from your parents?
It's a good question, actually. I like that question. Yes, I think it's very important first to learn what they have originally created and to understand what worked for them, because that for sure is a sure shot for you. So initially for first 10 years, it was more for me to adopt and learn what they have done,
Yes.
and then slowly incorporating my vision to it, but very slowly.
Yes. And what was that vision?
So when they started originally back then, there were less choices on Oak Tree Road. They were the only one with that kind of a food. So they were not too much into more professional, having more professional waiters, having them take the orders. It was more casual dine-in, mom and pop kind of a thing. And then slowly in Bombay Talk, we changed that. So we changed into making it more professional and making it more into, like having more professional staff, training them. And then now all my staff is trained. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is a jungly jumbo sandwich. This is one sandwich. We don't expect one person to finish it, but we are very popular for this sandwich. You like it?
Yeah, what's in here?
So this is like a mix and medley of all different kind of vegetables and all different kind of sauces and spices that goes in. And then they pour the melted cheese on top.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
What do you like most about USA?
I think I like the opportunities that this country gives it to everyone, regardless of their background, from where they come. I think everybody has equal opportunity to grow, to achieve their American dream if you work hard and if you have that in you. So I like that. I don't think any other country in the world will be able to give you that.
What's your favorite holiday destination?
It makes me feel like having a vacation right now Cancun is one of our quick destination place. Whenever we have a short time, we go to Cancun. But if you ask me what would be the most memorable one that I would like to go again, would be Canadian Rockies.
That's very adventurous of you.
Yes, it was. I mean, not that I did any adventure there. It was just so scenic, so beautiful. Everything is very picture perfect there.
What sort of outdoor activities do you like? What's your idea of recreational activity?
Outdoor activity, I would say sitting on the beach for me. But I would say, I mean, I don't have any other sort of outdoor activities that I like a lot. I do canoeing. We had been to Costa Rica once, and there was a zip lining, one of the biggest zip lining that they have. It's a big course that we did, and in between that zip lining, they had this surprise for us, where it's a bungee jumping, but it's a free fall bungee jumping. They throw you from the top of the highest tree that they have, and it's so scary. And we were standing in the line, and I wanted to quit, and my kids won't let me quit. And in front of me, they just took my little one, my son, and they just threw him down. And I could not even breathe, I could not scream, and before I could even understand, they threw me down. So I actually thought that I lost it, I'm done. And then after a few seconds, you realize that you're actually going up and down and you have something tied to you and you're not dying. That was probably, for me, the most craziest thing that I did.
Any hidden talent?
I used to sing.
Give us a line.
I don't sing that well now with all my voice, most of the voice is gone, but I'll try. अजीब दास्ता है, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम, अजीब दास्ता है. So this is our newest location, retail location for the retail store for Bombay. We own the property, it's more spacious, we have our own parking. So we tried to make it more convenient for all our clients. Whatever we couldn't do in Islington store, we did it in this location.
House is on fire. You can only grab 3 things. What are those 3 things?
3 things again. You and your 3 things today. So again, I would say the same thing. If it would be, I would just grab my kids and my husband and get out. And yes, my chai, my tea bags. Yes.
Do you have any philanthropic associations?
Yes, there is a place in India, in state of Gujarat. There is a small town called Bhavnagar, and they have a PNR society. It's a big society where they have 3 schools. They just added 1 more school, and this is all to serve the blessed kids. Actually, there's school for blind kids, and then there's school for kids who are blessed with small defects, but then they are so much stronger in the other areas of their life, and they have so much limited resources compared to what we have it here, and then still they do so good. There are people who are serving them are so super nice, and we are so much affiliated with them, and we are so much touched by what they do. I actually take my kids every year to see them, to stay with them, so they realize when they see the other kids, they understand how lucky they are to have everything in life and how small things in life matters, and you don't have to have those PS systems and iPhones and iPads to be happy.
We know about Bombay Talk as the brand. Not too many know about the catering service. Can you shed a little bit more light on that?
Sure, I'm very glad you asked me that. So my father-in-law back then used to do catering, and then he stopped for a while. When I joined, he insisted on not to start catering right away, and he said, you need to learn the food in and out. learn the food, what it is, and once you're pro in it, I'll let you start the catering.
When she started catering, I tried to advise her that this business is good, but it is a tough business. So you have to be careful with the customer and about the business.
जब भी उसने कैटरिंग सर्विस हम लोग करते थे बिफोर, बट ज़्यादा नहीं करते थे. हम लोग ज़्यादातर तो रिटेल बिजनेस में थे. बाद में उसने कैटरिंग सर्विस चालू किया और धीरे धीरे उसमें ज़्यादा उसने इंटरेस्ट लिया, तो फिर अच्छा ही हुआ.
After 10 to 12 years of me handling the retail store, we started the catering. So we are ready to cater. We cater all occasions. We cater weddings. We are all over. We can go all over USA.
મને જાનવી ઉપર બહુ જ પ્રાઉડ છે.
So we end our session on a very good note. It's a surprise for you. Yay! It's called Pan Shots. Non-alcoholic. There is no alcohol in it. It gives you a good hit of a pan. It became like a custom for all our customers. They come here for celebrations and they end that with Pan Shots. Put your 100% into what you're doing and then be patient. Wait for your turn and success will be there. You will get success.